Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our week number 7 or module number 7 of Contemporary Philippine Arts from the regions. For today's lesson, we are going to focus to the promotion of arts from the regions. So please join me as we discuss the module of this session. So let's begin. Now let's focus or let's discuss first about what you need to know or what I need to know part of the module. So here, this module is designed to develop the interest of a learner, identify agencies to establish an advocacy to promote arts of the different regions of the Philippines the to take pride that Philippines is a cauldron of arts having different flavors and forms contributed by each region. This module also encourages to reflect on the importance of supporting agencies that promote Philippine arts. Contents of this material were referred to the official learning material for music and arts but simplified in relation to the matrix of most essential learning competencies. For the most essential learning competencies, we are going to focus on promotes art from the regions. After going through this module, you are expected to first, for the cognitive domain, identify the various local agencies that promotes and preserve Philippine arts in different regions. Next, understand the roles and functions of local agencies that promotes art in the different regions. And for your affective domain, you are going to show support in various programs of different government and non-government agencies. And for the last one, for the psychomotor, stimulate interest in promoting Philippine arts in different regions through different advocacies. Now, let's proceed to what I know part. For what I know activity, here's the direction. Number the logos depending on how well you know them. Number one being the most familiar, and five, the list. Then answer the process question. Again, base sa mga logo na ipinapakita sa ating screen o sa inyong module, susukatin natin kung gaano ka ba kapamilyar sa mga logong ito. Kilala mo ba sila? Kung ano dito yung mas kilala mong logo, doon mo ilalagay yung number one. At doon sa pinakadulo naman, sa medyo or sa hindi mo talaga siya familiar or hindi mo alam yung logo, doon mo ilalagay yung five. Again, i-rank natin siya from the most familiar up to the least familiar logo. Then after that, we are going to answer the process questions. So here are the process questions. For number one, which among the agencies you are familiar with? Ano doon sa mga ahensang napakita na logo ang familiar ka? For number two, what agency you would like to know more and why? Base doon sa mga agency, sa mga logo na pinakita, saan ka nagbigay ng interest na gusto mong maalam pa, makilala pa itong ahensyang ito at bakit? Then for question number three, in your own understanding, what do you think are the responsibilities of these agencies in promoting our culture? Again, in your own understanding, ano sa tingin mo yung mga responsibilities ng mga ahensyang ito sa pagpopromote, pagpapakilala ng kanila ng kultura ng Pilipinas sa iba't ibang lugar sa bansa at maging sa ibang bansa. Now, for lesson number one, promotes arts from the regions. So today, to promote arts in the Philippine regions means to patronage and to provide an environment and different platform for preservation, production, circulation, and distribution of art. So that is the main idea of our lesson for today. Now, for what's in activity, here's the direction. You are going to create a word cloud with 12 words that are associated with contemporary art forms. You are going to write your answer inside the cloud. So you will see here in our screen the cloud. For example, this cloud show you are going to draw a cloud like this. Then you are going to put 12 words that is associated to the term contemporary art forms. Again, magdodrawing po tayo ng clouds. Sa loob ng cloud, ilalagay natin yung 12 words na naka-connect sa salitang contemporary art form. So parang sa nakikita natin dito sa screen merong heart, pero it's all about learning or education. Then dito naman sa kabilang side makikita naman natin yung art. Ano nga ba yung mga pag sinabing salitang art? So dito naman tayo gagawa contemporary art forms. Ano nga ba yung mga salitang naka-associate, nakakonekta sa salitang contemporary art forms? Again, 12 words. Now let's proceed. For our next activity, what's new? So, meron tayo nakikita dito sa picture. So, makikita natin dito yung isang mga painting, may tao na nakaupo. Now, for this activity, activity number 1, picture analysis. So, we are going to analyze this picture. Now, here's the direction. Analyze the picture, then answer the following questions in a sheet of paper. Tignan pong mabuti yung larawan na nakikita natin. Now, let's answer the first question, or you are going to answer the first question. First, describe the scenario in the picture. Again, ipapaliwanag mo, paano mo i-describe itong nasa picture? Number 2, what do you feel upon looking at the picture? Ano nga ba yung naramdaman mo habang tinitignan itong larawan? Then question number 3, how will you be able to help the man in the picture? Sa paanong paraan mo daw matutulungan itong itong lalaki na nasa litrato sa senaryo na kanyang pinapakita dito sa larawan. Sa paanong paraan mo siya matutulungan. Okay? Now, after that, we are going to proceed to what is it. Now, what is it? This is the main focus of our topic or our module for today. So again, there are numerous agencies that help promote Philippine arts, history, and its culture. Some of these agencies are the Cultural Center of the Philippines, or the CCP, the National Commission for Culture and Arts, or the NCCA, and the National Historical Commission of the Philippines, or the NHCP. Each agency has its own job that can help in keeping Philippine arts and culture known to a lot of people, not just here in the Philippines. The agencies are all connected and share a common main purpose, which is to preserve and promote Philippine culture and arts, and ensure a nationwide participation in the part of Filipino citizens. Now, here are the 7 agencies for the Philippine culture and art. So, kilalanin natin ano-ano nga ba itong mga ahensya na tumutulong sa mga Filipino artists para i-promote ang kanilang mga artworks. There are other support systems such as institution, art organization, media, and alternative platforms that provide linkages to patronage these Philippine artworks. Now, let's proceed to the first agency. So here is the National Commission for Culture and Art. So here's the logo. Now, on the second column, here's the background. The NCCA is the official government agency for culture in the Philippines. Again, this is the official government agency for the culture in the Philippines. And the main function of the NCCA, it is the overall policy making body, coordinating and grants giving agency for the preservation, development, and promotion of the Philippine arts and culture. An executing agency for the policies it formulates. All right, so sorry for the delay. Now let's proceed to the next agency. It's the National Museum, Pambansang Museo in Tagalog. Now, they are using alibata. Yan, calligraphy ng Pilipinas yan, the alibata. Now, the National Museum of the Philippines is an umbrella government organization that oversees a number of national museums in the Philippines, including the ethnographic, anthropological, archaeological, and visual arts collection. Now, the main function of the National Museum is the regulatory and enforcement agency of the government of the Philippines in restoring and safeguarding of the important cultural properties, sites, and reservations throughout the Philippines. So, dito makikita natin yung mga artworks ng mga Filipino artists na talagang pinapreserve, yung iniingatan talaga para makarating pa sa mga susunod na henerasyon at para mas makilala, okay, pa ng ibang tao or ng mga even ng mga foreigners. Now, for the third agency, we have here the National Historical Commission of the Philippines, the Filipino Pambansang Komisyon Pangkasaysayan ng Pilipinas. So the abbreviated is the NHCP, is a government agency of the Philippines. Now, the main function of the National Historical Commission of the Philippines or the NHCP is promotion of the Philippine history and cultural heritage through research, dissemination, conservation, sites management, and heraldry work. So more on research, more on facts, uh, informations about the Philippine culture. Dito natin makikita siya. Now, for the fourth agency, we have the National Archives of the Philippines or the in Filipino, the Pambansang Sinupan ng Pilipinas, and the abbreviated is the NAP or the NAP. This agency of the Republic of the Philippines mandated to collect, store, preserve, and make available archival records of the government and the other primary resources or sources pertaining to the history and development of the country. So the main function is uh, yeah, it is the primary record management agency tasked to formulate and implement the records schedule and vital records protection programs for the government. And for our next agency, we have the National Library of the Philippines or the Pambansang Aklatan ng Pilipinas or Aklatang Pambansa ng Pilipinas o mas kilala sa NLP. The NLP is the official national library of the Philippines. So the library is notable for being the home of the original copies of the defining works of Jose Rizal, the Noli Me Tangere, El Filibusterismo, and Mi Ultimo Adios. So dun mo makikita talaga yung original na kopya nitong mga nobela na ginawa ng ating pambansang bayani na si Dr. Jose Rizal. Next agency is the Cultural Center of the Philippines or mas kilala sa pangalang Sentrong Pangkultura ng Pilipinas or CCP. Now, CCP is a government-owned and controlled corporation established to preserve, develop, and promote arts and culture in the Philippines. Then, their main function is to provide performances or performance and exhibition venues for various local and international. Its artistic programs include the production of the performances, festivals, exhibitions, cultural research, outreach, preservation, and publication of materials on the Philippine art and culture. So that is the main functions of the CCP. Next agency is the Komunikasyon sa Wikang Pilipino in the official regulating body of the Filipino language and the official government institution tasked with developing, preserving, and promoting the various local Philippine languages. Now, the main function of the this uh, agency is purpose was to prepare for the nationwide teaching of the Tagalog-based national language or the wikang pambansa na batay sa Tagalog by creating a dictionary and a grammar book with a standardized orthography. In the school year of 1940 to 1941, the teaching of the national language or wikang pambansa with its new standardized orthography was set by law in the fourth year of all high school in both public and private schools throughout the country. Now, we're done with the agency. We're now proceeding to the organizations or institutions that helps promote the Philippine arts. First, we have the Art Association of the Philippines, a union of Filipino visual artists composed of the most significant practitioners of this field, whose significance is again defined within the art world parameters of fine arts. Also, this organization is focusing again. Ang focus nito is more on Filipino visual artists. Now, ano nga ba yung function nito? The organization, this association is to advance, foster, and promote the interest of those who work in fine arts, including the painters, sculptors, and graphic artists, and also to protect and secure the rights of such artists in their professional activities, to procure appropriate legislation upon which policies as shall secure united action of all members of the said profession for the common good. Next is the Philippine Art Gallery or PAG was the first commercial gallery in the country. Again, this is the first commercial gallery in the country. Now, the function of the Philippine Art Gallery or the PAG, this one has been active from 1951 to 1969. It contributed greatly to the development of modern art in the Philippines during the post-war period. Artists associated with PAG included the triumvirate of the Philippine modern art, namely Victoria Edades, Galo Ocampo, and Carlos Bottom Francisco, as well as the neo-realist group composed of the H.R. Ocampo, Vicente Manansala, Cesar Legaspi, Romeo Tabuena, Victor Oteiza, Ramon Estrella, and other artists. So you are all familiar with these artists as we discussed these artists dun sa ating mga previous topic. Now, today, there are many organizations and art groups initiated by government, community, or municipality based, privately supported, university oriented, artist run, or interest based. So, collectives and artist organizations are composed of individuals who shared similar interests and activities. So, you too can help promote art through school activities and joining projects and campaigns in promoting art. So again, kanina diniscuss natin yung mga agencies, then organization or institution. Now, ito naman yung mga organization and art groups naman na initiated naman ng government or ng mga private agencies din. So we have here the Artistikong Kabataan, Philippine Incorporated. We also have here the Arts Circle Gallery and the Asian Cultural Council Philippines Art Auction 2016. And also we have here the Art Made Public. And also in our place in Angono Rizal, we have here the Neo Angono. So composed of different artists. Yan. So here are some of the agencies or organization or private organization that help uh, promote Filipino artworks and also artists as well. Now, since we're done with our what is it part, we are going to answer the following activities. Now, let's proceed first to the what's more. For the what's more activity, the activity one, finding art C. Now, here's the direction. Help a friend where to find the things in her list. So again, imagine that you have a friend and your friend asking you about this. You uh you are going to write the answer in a sheet of paper. So ano nga ba yung nahanap ng kaibigan mo? Imagine ikaw yung tinawagan ng kaibigan mo about that things. Kung paano mo siya matutulungan. Paano mo maibibigay sa kanya yung mga sumusunod. Number one, copy of Mi Ultimo Adios. Saan nga ba ikaw o saan mo ituturo itong kaibigan mo kung paano niya makikita o saan niya makikita itong copy ng Mi Ultimo Adios na nobela ni Dr. Jose Rizal. The number two is Polarium by Juan Luna. Saan nga ba ito matatagpuan? Anong ahensya? Anong organization? Number three, facts about triumvirate of Philippine modern art. Saan mo siya ituturo papunta sa isang ahensya organization na matatagpuan niya itong mga facts about triumvirate of the Philippine modern art. The number four, a contemporary ballet show. Kung gusto niyang manood ng contemporary ballet show, saan mo siya dadalhin? Ano nga ba yung best place or agency or organization na pwede siyang manood ng ballet show? And number five, an organization where they allow amateur artists as a member. Saan nga ba ito? Now, I want you to write your answer in the worksheets provided dyan sa inyo. Now, for our activity number two, art exhibit. If you are to promote the Philippine arts through exhibit, what art forms are you going to display? Again, kung ikaw daw ay bibigyan ng pagkakataon na mag-promote ng isang Philippine arts through exhibit, anong art form ang ang i-display mo? Okay? So we have discussed the different art forms. So we have visual arts, performing arts, and so. Now, give or show example of these arts. Why you have chosen these arts? You can collaborate with at least three of your classmates in doing this. Now, after accomplishing these activities, you are going to post it in any social media sites where you can promote the Philippine artworks. Again, we are going to promote an art here. Okay? Now, for our modular learners or for our offline learners, do it in bond paper and answer the same questions above. But since most of the students that we have in Angono National High School ay nakakapag Facebook, and most of our learners nowadays has a Facebook account. So you can also use your Facebook to help our Filipino artists to promote their artworks. Yan. Now for what I have learned activity, here's the direction. You are going to fill in the blanks to complete the statement. Again, kukumpletuhin po natin ang statement. Now, write your answer on a sheet of paper or dun sa mismong worksheets na meron po sa inyo. For the first one, I have learned that the agency that formulates and executes policies regarding art and culture is blank. So please complete this one. Next, promoting arts from the Philippine region is important because, so I want to know your answer. Just write your answer sa ating worksheets. As a student, I can do my share in promoting art by blank. And for what I can do activity, my advocacy. On a sheet of paper, make your own advocacy to help promote unknown art or artists in your region. Meron ka bang kilalang artist or art na hindi kilala ng maraming tao o parang gusto mo siyang tulungan. Now, here is the activity, my advocacy. You are going to accomplish this paper. Actually, we have provided all the learners from Angola National High School a worksheet na pwede nilang gamitin para masulatan to. So, you are going to fill in all the blanks in this part. I am blank, your name. It is my advocacy to help to promote unknown artists in my city or region. Saang city ka? Anong region ka? Through, sa paanong paraan mo siya matutulungan. I will also introduce their work to the blank o mga possible organization and agencies. I am now encouraging you, my fellow blank, fellow kababayan, fellow classmates, fellow or so, to join me to make my advocacy a more meaningful to the recipient and help to promote our local arts here and abroad. And then write your full name and your signature. And for our assessment, let's do the logo loco. Now, logo loco is you are going, here's the direction. You're going to match the correct logo for the given agency. So you are going, or you just write the letter on the space provided. So meron din po tayong copy na pinamigay sa ating mga estudyante. And if you don't have, pwede nyo po kopyahin ang mga, this line lang din. Okay? Now, just write only the letter. For the NCCA, ano nga ba dito yung logo ng NCCA? May hint ba kayo kung nasa ng NCCAA dyan? Or NCCA? Then, the NMOP, the CCP, the AAP, and the NAP. Okay? I think napakadali nito at alam kong magagawa ng bawat estudyante. Now, for our assessment number 2, write one program of each agency that promote arts from the region. First, uh, program lang. We're looking for one program for each of each agency that promote arts from the region. So first we have the NCCAA. Ano nga ba yung mga programs na meron sila? The NMOP, the CCP, the AAP, and the NAP. All right. Now, for our additional activities, so we are heading to our last part of this module. You are going to create or to accomplish a poster. So this one is a poster making. So here's the direction. In a clean sheet of Oslo paper or bond paper, create a poster promoting art. Any form of art to. Dance, visual arts, music, uh, creative writing, and so again, you are going to create a poster promoting this art in a chosen region. So in different regions, kaano ba yung gusto mong i-promote na art sa buong lugar o sa bawat region dito sa bansa? Mamimili ka lang ng isa. Your output will be assessed using the rubric below. So paano nga ba tayo mag-grade? So first, we have here the description. First rubric is the competence or required elements. So to get a high score of 5, the poster includes at required element as well as additional information. Or for 4 points naman kapag the poster includes all required elements. 3, all required elements are included on the poster. 2, all but one of the required elements are included in the poster, or one, several required elements were uh, given, or several elements are missing or were missing. Next, the graphics relevance. Sorry for the blurred. I think medyo blurred lang po ang ating ano. ating rubrics. All graphic are related to the local to the topic and make it easier to undergo. All the borrowed graphics have a source citation. So I will read na lang the first column na lang. And attractiveness, the poster is exceptional, attractive in terms of design, layout, and neatness. Now, I will link this rubric sa ating description sa ating dito sa ating YouTube channel para mas malinaw natin mabasa itong ating rubrics. And also, for those students of Angola National High School, I will post this rubric sa inyong mga group chats. Okay? So that's it for our for our last module of our second quarter, or the last module for SIPAR. Okay, so congratulations to all. Alam ko matatapos natin to lahat and I believe na kaya natin yan. And let's help our Filipino artists by promoting their arts using our social media, using ourselves then. Okay? And later, be ready sa ating quiz. Yan, sa mga estudyante ng Angola National High School, I will give the link of the quiz for this module or for this topic. All right, thank you so much for listening and I hope na mas nalinawan tayo sa paano nga ba natin sasagutan ang ating module for the Contemporary Philippine Arts of the regions. So again, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe para mas marami pa kayong matutunan at kung gusto niyo pang mas mapadali niyo maintindihan ang pagsasagot ng ating module. All right? Thank you so much and have a great day everyone. See ya.